started way back in 2007, where Dave hired me to be part of a digital marketing team, where I was actually originally hired as to be the designer.
That's right.
About a week later, that changed into me wanting to do development work. Through doing that, I started doing work on utiliVisor, working on mainly the billing system as it was being developed. And that's really where our relationship started, and just me becoming aware of utiliVisor as a business.
Paul was recommended to us by the owner of another development company, and his environment wasn't a learning environment. You had to jump in and just run. And we had all come from an environment where training was part of the basic work. So not only did we bring people in, we actually trained them and showed them the right way.
There's dozens of projects that I've been a part of in the digital marketing world. I'd say the most I learned through that, other than the software that we used, is just learning to work with different teams and personalities that you run into. And just about anything that I do, I like learning by doing rather than trying to read a book and then trying doing it. It was really nice to have that opportunity to do that. So right now, I think one of the bigger challenges today is really what's coming from the emissions standards, specifically local law 97, local law 88, where now businesses that use software like utiliVisor or utiliVisor itself, is they have to become a lot more granular in terms of knowing how their energy is being used throughout a building, from a building level all the way down to a tenant at this point. One of the strengths of utiliVisor is we are what I would call a full service shop when it comes to building utility management, where yes, I represent the software side of it, but there's other members in our team that are more on the engineering side, which is more of Dave's background than mine, where there's plenty of people part of the team that will help figure out exactly what it means from the emissions standpoint, and also marry that with the software expertise of myself. So I'm looking forward to helping solve some of those challenges moving forward, and we're already starting to work on it right now.
We've been using a great data collection system for a long time. And so in that was, you have the opportunity to basically rebuild and rebirth the foundations of the data collection system.
I mean, with that said, there was a lot of things that you allowed me to do about a year ago to improve the current infrastructure behind data collection. And at the end of the day, I don't think we're ever done in the software world. There's always something you want to redo or improve. You do kind of have to remove the computer nerd out of you a little bit and think about the business when you decide what you do. We can spend an hour and a half talking about what needs to get done here. There's no shortage of work here at all.
We are blessed with work.
The mentorship for me has just been being included in part of a lot of these conversations with clients, a lot of different scopes there that I'm learning about.
Many layers. I made a deal with Paul when he was thinking about being CTO. I said to him, look, you're going to do things in ways I wouldn't have done them. If I think it's absolutely wrong, I'm going to call you and let you know. If I think it's just different than the way I do it, I'm going to let you run. And we've had a few of those, but not many, because he was so well trained in the beginning. So transition, I'm not sure there really was one.